today is August the 21st. We're back in the backyard again. And I just want to update y'all on what I did. So what I did, I came over here, I picked some tomatoes off the plant. And what I did, as you see the zucchini plants, if you look at the last videos we did, I took all the leaves off of it. See that? So I went and cut all the leaves down. And actually my wife is going to juice them. For y'all who don't know, you know that you can eat, the flowers are edible on a zucchini plant as well as the leaves. So y'all go check that out. You can ask, so we're going to maybe juice them or maybe cook them or something later on. But I know we're going to juice them for sure. So the flowers are actually edible too. All right. So what I did, I just took all the leaves off so I can get more sunlight to come back here. Because as I told y'all in the other previous video, that the sunlight is now, you can see where the lawn is. It's back here. See that lawn? That's because of this deck above us, as I was explaining to you in another video. So that deck is like blocking our sunlight. But eventually the sun will come around and it will go around here and then it will shine directly on the garden again. But it just won't be as much sun as before, okay? So I just wanted to show you that I did go in there and we did knock some leaves off. I took some leaves off this cucumber plant again because some of them had the downy mildew on it. The little spots like that right there. Just little spots. But I'm gonna leave that one on there. But we do have new cucumbers growing on it. As you can see right there. And there. Right there somewhere. And down here. We got a bunch on there, okay? So I did do that. Hopefully soon this garden will be coming to an end. Well, not hopefully, but it will be coming to an end eventually as the sun starts getting less on the garden. The watermelon plants are starting to turn a little yellow now. I guess a little browning in this area right here, so you can see it. But there is some large watermelons in there. Okay. There are some large watermelons back here. There's one right there. Right there. And there's a huge one right here. I don't know if y'all can see that one, but there's like one in here. That sucker's huge. And we got a big huge one down here. So I'm gonna let them sit. I'm not gonna pick them yet because I want to make sure I get them when they're ripe. Because it's too easy to pick them. You think they're big enough, but one thing about picking watermelon that you must know is that you gotta wait till the curly little tendril on the back of it. It has to turn all the way brown, right? And sometimes that is not the best way to see if your watermelon is ripe. And that's the reason why, is because what happened was we actually picked the watermelon before and the little curly tail was brown, but the underbelly of the watermelon was still kind of whitish. So the watermelon came out sweet, but it was still underripe. So what I would advise you to do is make sure the curly tail is brown, and the underbelly of the watermelon where it sits on the ground is yellow or yellowing. That's how you know if you got a sweet ready watermelon ready to go. Okay, so right now that's why I'm gonna let them sit and until just a little longer, maybe a week or two more. Okay, and then we'll harvest those. All right, so the zucchini plant, it came out the pot and it's down on the ground now. And it's growing flowers down here. So it's just like spread and came all the way down and went down here. Okay. The cucumber plant over here that was in the pot, as you can see, it's starting to fade back a little bit now. So it won't be too much longer on this as well before all this is starting to die out. It's still producing cucumbers, you know, so I'm gonna keep it here as long as it's producing. Like here's some little ones starting to come up on the plant. Right here. There's a little one back there, so it's producing still. But the time is getting short on this. And like I told y'all earlier, the eggplants and the pepper plants and the tomato plants will actually keep going all the way until the frost. Matter of fact, as you can see, they starting to get even taller now because we don't have all that summer heat. So as soon as I get these watermelons out of here, I'm going to plant some collard greens, maybe cabbage or something down in there. All right, so I did have, there's my grapevine. It looks like it's starting to grow already. Okay. These are some of my wife's herbs all along here. Look at all these herbs. Lemon balm. She got dill over there. Echinacea. Rosemary. This is ruta, because that's a tomato plant. Basil. This is lavender. That's my little pepper plant right there that came up. I planted it earlier, right there. There's some sage. And of course, see that right there? That right there is red clover. And that is very good for you, okay? So these are the dried out heads of some red clover. All right. And you always know when your garden about to come to an end. Look at the powdery mildew on this leaf. See that? That right there is dangerous to your whole garden. So I'm gonna take this leaf off. This right here, this powdery mildew, if y'all can see that, all those little white spots on there, that is spread throughout the whole garden. Now, the reason why we got that is because we had a lot of rain, consistent rain, over and over again. And with the humidity and a lot of rain and not lack of sunlight will cause this right here. And this disease was spread all throughout the backyard. Look at this. It's also on this leaf. See that? So I'm going to take that one off. Now these were sunflower plants. But look right here. It's actually growing a new head. See that? It's growing a little new head on there. And one right there. So it might actually sprout out again. Who knows? We're going to wait and see. So, anyway, we got some stevia back here. That's more basil. That tall plant with the flowers back here. That's basil. Got a watermelon on the ground right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. There it is right there. Somewhere in there. Anyway, there's a watermelon somewhere. I don't know if y'all can see it because the sunlight is on the camera. That's why I'm having a hard time focusing. All right, so now I'm going to the, I told y'all earlier too that I planted some cucumbers in the front yard. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all those right now. All right, so opening the fence. Oh yeah, y'all see this tree right here? That's a Japanese, see this is a maple, Japanese maple right here. This tree. So I used to be a letter carrier. And one day, some landscapers were they were doing a yard, and this tree right here was a little teeny branch that they had dug up about. It's about maybe a foot long, or probably under a foot. It was real skinny, and it was laying in the yard. And I asked them, "Can I have it?" So what I did, I took it, and I got a bottle of water, and I got a napkin, and I wrapped the roots of it, wrapped it in that bottle of water, and through my whole mail route that day, I kept it in that bottle of water. Later on, I came back, and I planted it right here in the garden, right here in my yard. I planted it right here. And I stuck it in the ground, and it looked like it was dying. So what I did, I snipped it, and I cut it back, the dead part, and I just let the rest of it stick in the ground. And I thought it was dead. And eventually what happened is, I looked down one day and I saw little purple leaves actually starting to come up on it. And it amazed me. So what I did, I took that tree, I dug it up again, then I put it right over here, where it is today. And as soon as I stuck it in the ground here, then we had a problem with a rabbit. A rabbit came over here and was trying to eat it up. So I had to put a little fence around it to keep it until it grew. But now, look at it. It is huge now, and it is beautiful. It's a beautiful tree. It's really, really nice. Yep, so that's how that tree got to this yard. I planted it. Somebody, landscapers, throwing it away. And now, this tree is producing little, this tree right here has got its little, see the little seed packs? They'll fall off. Now this tree will produce trees itself. So, this is to show you, you don't have to buy a tree. And at the beginning of the spring, it actually had little trees growing up in the yard. So you could have put it in a pot, grew it up, and planted it in your yard. All right, so here we go. I'm talking too much. All right, so here's the cucumbers that we got in the front now. Look how nice they look. See that? So these are regular cucumbers and pickling cucumbers. See that? And they're growing nicely. And I planted these on July the 27th. Some of them a little later, but July 27th, okay? So, and actually, they're starting to flower, as you can see. Got flowers in there. And they should be coming up. Now, look at this. They're inside of mint. This is all mint. See this? This right here is peppermint. And this right here is regular mint. And then right here, come down here. And this right here is spearmint. So we got peppermint, regular mint, and spearmint. And the way you can tell them apart is by their leaves. See, this right here is peppermint because it's smooth. See how smooth the leaves are? And this right here is spearmint. Actually, this is regular mint. See how rough they are compared to this leaf? This leaf is smooth, this leaf is rough, okay? Now, the spearmint is a mixture between both. The spearmint is kind of smooth and kind of rough. See, and this is spearmint. So actually, we got all three sitting right here. This is regular mint, peppermint, and spearmint. All right? And we make teas out of this. Matter of fact, we got a big pot of tea on the stove right now. We make tea all throughout the year. Get some raw honey, and you just make it how you want it. You can mix them, or do it by yourself, or do each one by itself. All right? So that's that. There is my little cucumbers in the front. Actually, I got a little cantaloupe plant right here. See that? But I don't think it's gonna do anything because it's probably too late in the season. It's in the front yard. It might do something, I don't know, but it may be too late. But that's a cantaloupe plant. I'm just gonna let it grow and see what happens, all right? You know, that's my words. Let's see what happens. Anyway, people, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's a beautiful day out. Look at this. It's nice. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all next video. Peace out.